Okay, so UK estate agents, do you want to know the easiest way to find actually great content ideas, which are actually going to bring in more interested sellers in your local area? So give me about, I don't know, about 12 minutes maybe. And I'm going to share with you today the easiest and simplest way to create content about what your ideal clients actually care about, leading them to actually know more about you. Therefore, then they'll like you and trust you, and empowering your content and your ads to actually bring in more evaluations, which I'm guessing that's what you all still want right now. Okay. My name is Tina Sanford, and if you are not selling your seller leads into instructions yet, then you're in the right place, because I am the founder of estateagentsuccess.com, where you can actually go learn how to book in more valuations from all those leads you've been paying for. Furthermore, the simple methods that I share can be put into action immediately after watching my videos to get you better results from all your seller leads. So maybe you're actually looking for an easy start point. Okay. Now, if you'd like a list of pre-prepared power content videos that I personally share with my paying clients to get them results from their Facebook ads, you can use them organically. Drop me a line below if you like, and I'll happily share it with you too. Okay. So where should we start? Okay. Well, I think the first thing to start with is actually understanding your audience every time. This is key in any industry. Okay. It's actually obvious. So to find valuable content ideas, we first need to understand our audience. So put yourself in the shoes of your homeowner. Now, as an independent UK estate agent, your primary audience is your local homeowners who are actually planning on selling their property soon. I'm assuming that's who you want to help. So you want to find out what information they're actually looking for. And then to do this, we can do the following. Okay, now, one of the easiest ways actually to get information about what your audience actually wants to learn about is to actually ask them directly. Now, I'm assuming you're chatting with people in your town and stuff. You could also use your social media pages to ask questions. You could use emails, to send them out. Or even when you're, chatting in person, going down the shops or down the local pub or in the park, you can ask your local homeowners what questions they personally have about selling the home. Or you can think about common questions that you often hear when people are first inquiring about your service. Think about those and make a list of those. There's questions that people are always asking you when they first speak to you. And then you can use them to actually create powerful, useful content. Okay. Now you could also use online tools like, 20EA. That's a really good one to use. Or perhaps tools like Google Trends, keyword planners, social media hashtags, because they can actually show you what topics are actually currently popular in your area or trending, in your local area. And this could actually give you a quick idea of what your potential sellers might be interested in right now in where you are. Okay. Another good thing to do actually is to just take a quick look at what other local estate agents are actually doing right now. Okay, especially the ones who are getting the numbers in. Now, I'm not suggesting you go copy them in any way, but you can find out what topics your competitors are actually covering, because not only does this kind of spark other ideas, but more importantly, it actually lets you fill in the gaps in the information that they might be missing. Okay, which is cool. Okay, now that we know our audience and what it is that they are generally looking for in our industry, next, you just want to generate content structures which are easy for you to follow. Okay, so here's a couple of methods that you could use. Okay, you could use like a problem solving. Okay, so think about the common problems we were talking about. So think about common problems that sellers face when trying to sell a home, because these particular problems actually provide fantastic informative material for your content. Let's say, what should we say? Like, for example, let's try the old tried and trusted subject of how to stage your home for a quick sale, let's say, or maybe like a video tour of a home that you sold quickly. Yeah, that you can walk through. You can walk through that house and you could explain what happened, and you do it in a way that helps people to understand that when they employ a great estate agent, what kind of results they can expect. Let's say it's a home that you sold quickly, and you can explain why it sold quickly and what you did to make that happen. Because then they can go, oh, okay, I never thought about that. Case studies, they're another really good one, actually. You could use your success stories as relatable content, because people are far more inclined to be interested in what has happened to other local homeowners who've actually sold their home via your skills and service. So it kind of gives them a taste of what to expect when they're looking for a great local estate agent to actually sell their property, because they don't know. Now, this will not only kind of just help local potential clients see the value in your service, but it also, you could provide practical tips that they can use too, which kind of helps loads. If they choose you as their agent, as they're kind of already ready for you, does that make sense? You're kind of like creating your perfect client. Another thing you could do is, we've done Q&As yet. You can do Q&As, yeah? So you could actually create like a Q&A series where you answer all of those common questions from homeowners. You kind of already know what your clients' common concerns are. So you could actually address these using like a video series. And what I would do is, I would suggest you go out to different local backdrops so that they feel at home with what it is you're sharing and they recognize all the different areas where you are. And you just answer questions that always come in when you're talking to people about what it is you do. Another thing you could do is seasonal content, okay? You could actually just talk about what homeowners could do to prepare their property for sale in different seasons even. You could even go into what to expect if they like decide to pop their home on the market at different times of the year and what you tend to see when that happens. Or maybe there's no difference at all in your area. Maybe it doesn't make any difference at all. I know if you're in Scotland, it would make a little bit of difference, but I don't know if it make much of a difference in Cornwall, apart from maybe a bit more rain. So, you can let them know what the difference is there, because people might be thinking about that. I can feel a sneeze coming, so excuse me if I have to grab a tissue quick. Now, where do we get to? Now, with content creation, we understand that feeling kind of uncreative and blocked is normal. But don't let it prevent you from creating content, okay? I always personally do it. Like, I'm imagining I'm writing to a friend. It's one of my favourite things, actually, writing letters. Or maybe a member of my family, okay? And I pretend I'm explaining a process to them, or answering a question they perhaps would have asked me about what it is I'm doing right now, okay? And the best way I've found to start, though, is I start with an outline. So what I mean by this, you kind of start by outlining what it is you want to talk about, what you want to tell people. It doesn't have to be that detailed, okay? But it kind of gives you like a kind of clear path to follow. I'll do like a couple of bullet points. But one of the most important things in my mind is to actually be authentic. Because what you tend to find is that your audience will connect with you more if you are just being genuine and authentic. Now, you don't want to think that you have to get everything scripted perfectly. Kind of better just to smile and relax, just be yourself and have fun with it. Just be yourself. That's the thing. I mean, if you're not the type of person who smiles and relaxes, just don't do that. But, for me, it's kind of what I do. Also, one of the main things I think is important is actually to keep it simple. You really do not need to be producing Hollywood quality videos, right? Many effective videos are actually simple and straight to the point, okay? You want to be just providing value. I'll go over that again actually in a minute properly. A good thing to do, though, is to practice. Because you're probably going to find that the more content that you create, the easier it will become and the better you just get. Don't feel discouraged by your first few attempts, especially if you feel they're not perfect, okay? No one's ever perfect at anything, okay? And when they first start out, it's always going to feel a bit weird, okay? I know this from working with a lot of estate agents. They worry it's not good enough. And I tell you, most of the time they send me those videos through and they look amazing. 100 times better than my first videos. 100 times better, okay? But you could do this, yeah? You could practice a load of times and you don't have to show it to yourself. Don't have to show it to anyone else but yourself, okay? Don't get caught up in this thing about being perfect. Being authentic, that is actually far more important than being perfect every single time, because it's actually more relatable, and that's what you're looking for along with your value, okay? So practice in front of yourself, do it a load of times, and have fun with it. And remember, you don't have to show those practices with anyone, just delete them, okay? Until you get comfortable with your content. Now, the main thing I personally want to focus on with all of this is the main reason for what you're doing this for, is value. This is your main goal. Because I want you to think about this. If you can provide pure value to your audience, like helping them with their issues and problems, and in turn you establish yourself as an expert in your field, Think about the difference this is going to make when they come to need a local estate agent for selling their home. Yeah. You can reassure people that selling their home need not be difficult or stressful. And that is the kindest content you can actually put out to your local audience, especially right now in this current climate and current market is just a bit, wishy-washy, isn't it? Loads and loads of people I've spoken to over the years have had terrible experiences when buying and selling homes. Okay. Now, if you are a great estate agent who's actually doing this for the right reasons, you need to be letting your local homeowners know that the whole process can be organised. It could be as smooth as butter if they come to you. And the way you do this, you show them your skills, you show them what it is you do, you show them how easy the whole process will be if they ask you to sell a home. This is all content creation for estate agents should be about, in my mind, is showing them what it is that you're doing so that when they need to sell their home, they know who to come to. They don't need to be worried that they've chosen the wrong estate agent. They won't need to be thinking about the price that you charge because they just already feel comfortable with you as a person and they know what it is. They know that you know what to do and they've seen you do it hundreds of times already on the internet. So therefore, they feel safe. Okay? And this is why we just say to people, please create some really good, valuable content. Show people what it is you do. It makes such a difference. So with all these tips in mind, you can now go and generate some of your own pieces of content with using some of the ideas here that you actually feel will appeal to your own local homeowners. And then think about this. The ones who are actually planning on selling their property soon, they will come to you. They will choose you, okay? It's not an instant fix. It takes time. That's fine. But the thing is, right, okay, now, if you really do feel stuck, because I know a lot of people kind of really, really busy and that's the last thing they want to think about is creating content. If you're really short on time right now, but you need a quick solution, you want to get started, Dan wanted me to let you know that he's written a load of specific scripts for UK estate agents, which I'm actually giving to my own paid clients right now. And we're actually happy to share them with you just to get you started so you can see how easy this is. So just reach out to me, and I'm happy to send them over, okay? All right, so I hope this was useful today. Remember, if you are interested in doing any of this at all, we're doing 100 Days of Goodwill right now. Feel free just to reach out to us, yeah? We want to help people. Okay? That's what we're here for. Love it. Okay, hope that was helpful. Cheerio, guys.